Well, we've been through two lessons on the purpose and the preparation of the communion meditation. This last lesson, we're going to look at the presentation, you actually getting on stage and giving that communion meditation. There will be a quiz at the end of this lesson, and we're also going to ask that you write or submit to us one of your recent communion meditations. You can give it to one of the evangelists or one of the elders just to review and to share with you maybe some insights that could help you and benefit the entire congregation. We hope you'll take that opportunity, and we'd like to help you as much as we possibly can. So as we approach presentation, just remember the purpose of our communion meditations are to focus people on the gospel of Jesus Christ, the death, the burial, and the resurrection. And the time that you took to write that meditation is going to be balanced out by your presentation of it on stage. And so the things that you do or don't do can often take away from or add to the meditation that you've prepared. Remember this, before you come to church, you should dress your best. Wear clothing that fits well, that's not wrinkled. Don't wear shorts or t-shirts or sloppy or torn clothes. Just dress your best. It doesn't have to be a tie or a suit, but whatever you feels best for you. And then before the service starts and before you find your seat, you'll want to go back to the sound booth. They'll give you a microphone and give you instructions on what you need to do with that microphone. You'll probably want to return it back to them after your meditation. Then you can find your seat again when you're done. When you do find a seat, make sure it's toward the front of the auditorium. Those front row seats are easily accessible to the stage, and they'll help you get up there in an appropriate amount of time. The meditation generally is right after the third song that we sing. So as the musicians finish that song, you should be standing up and heading to the stage. And as soon as that song ends, we want to make sure that you're on the way to the stage and behind the podium as soon as you possibly can be. Speak up when you give your meditation. You want to project your voice. Don't feel the need to yell, but allow the sound booth to address any volume issues that exist. If you feel you're too loud, that's okay. Don't pull the microphone away. They'll adjust the volume. You want to keep that microphone up under your chin as much as you possibly can. If the sound system should screech, and it's going to happen from time to time, don't adjust the microphone away from you. Don't panic. Don't make a big deal of it. We still want this to be a reverent time, even though things don't go perfectly. So just look back to the sound booth and wait instructions that they might give you, or just continue on when you're ready. Speak clearly into that microphone. Maintain eye contact to the best of your ability with the congregation. You can look down at your notes, of course, but it's always helpful to look around the auditorium as well. Now, this is one key thing that we would really like you guys to focus on, keeping that length between 3 and 5 minutes. The length of the time that's allotted for the communion meditation doesn't indicate the importance of the Lord's Supper. Rather, it helps us to establish its value in helping people meditate on the gospel. Helps us all to focus in a short amount of time on the thing that is most important. We've allotted 3 to 5 minutes in the context of everything else we do in a church service. So it's important that we're all respectful of the time that's given to us and our responsibilities. And then when you're done with that communion meditation, once you've stated things, have a closing prayer for yourself. Just state the prayer. You can write it out if you would like, and then you would return to your seat. So those are just some basic guidelines over these 3 videos that I hope have been helpful to you. We want all of us to have a consistent Jesus-focused time. As we listen to the meditations and as you give meditations, we should all be on the same page. And I know that getting on stage, sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ can be nerve-wracking, but it's so vital and it's so important. And the part that you're playing in our worship service every week is important to every person in that room. And most importantly, God cares about it. And so we're thankful for you and the commitment you've made to be a part of this church in this vital and important ministry.